she going, baby? Here we go. It's magic. You know why it's magic? Because this talk show is on the go. And we are really on the go with the one and only team, the new team, Tiffany and Blair. I don't have to give you their credit. You guys know them better. Andre Merritt is here. Andre Merritt is here. He's going to make them a whole new song. You know him from Rihanna and Chris Brown. Because it's Dre and Sunda almost every week here at Talk Show on the Go. But sincerely a pleasure to have Blair Underwood and Tiffany Haddish at the same time.
Hey now.
Hey now. And Dre, tell me, how many times have we thought how funny this would be?
We kind of manifested this. We talked about it because she kept telling me, you know, she knew you, and I didn't believe her. So I was like, no, I believe you. I was like, well, tell her to come up here. And then she was like, well, you know, and I'm best friends with, you know, Blair Underwood's wife, and so I was like, well, tell her to come up here.
You know what's so funny is that Blair, I think Blair's wife is the secretary because I didn't even call him. I just realized that. I didn't even call him. I was like, and I think, anyway, it was just, it's
well, you
hysterical.
know the wives run everything.
You ain't lying about that. You really ain't lying about that.
That's a good wife. She got them organized. We here on time. Let's go.
That's
now
right.
we got somewhere else to be.
That's right. We got some chicken to take
They was
back.
masked up, too. They had the mask on.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I got the message. Disney said, well, Sunda called, and she said she want to come down and do her show, and she said, well, Tiffany's coming. Tiffany's so great, and Tiffany's so wonderful. I said, tell Sunda I know Tiffany. You ain't said that before. I'm there.
That was my biggest.
Tiffany too.
Now you understand what happened.
But I'm saying I would have been here anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know you would have been, but you had to see her reaction.
Yes, but you got icing on the cake.
I know. Listen, and she loves cake. Well, we got some cake for her afterwards. That's for sure. Tiffany loves cake.
Not really.
Is that true?
You know.
They told me make
know
sure you
what
have a
to-
cake for Tiffany every time.
No.
Good, we gonna
they mean
eat it.
cake like money.
Oh, he's my
Cake,
moolah.
that cheddar,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
I mean,
that's
I'll eat
teen.
red velvet cake
man.
when I'm hormonal, but otherwise,
Listen,
the money.
Listen,
That's the cake we talking about.
Speaking of hormonal, please tell me how exciting it was working together, talking about. I'm sorry, I saw
How
the
was
movie.
that
last.
hormonal?
I was
I didn't have
hormonal.
hormones.
I was hormonal watching it. I was crying. I was laughing. I saw so many things that just made me think of us as friends, as women, with hair, how it brings us together, how you got a part in the side of your head. I'll
Come on
never
now.
know. I fell out. I was like,
real hair too.
and knew it.
She kept looking at me and saying, "Is that a wig?" I said, "No, that's my
No,
real
that was
hair."
your hair, right?
Man, they did your wig good.
Listen, they parted his head like it was 19. Well,
Sure did.
It was.
It was.
1919.
So you're talking about self-made,
Yes.
Netflix, Madam C.J. Walker story.
absolutely.
That's
I told
right.
them
Yeah.
they'll tell you your own interview. I told you know what I do. I just bring people and let them talk.
Don't give too many details. Y'all
Not
gotta
too
figure
much.
it
Not
out.
too many
That's right.
details. I know them as my
They
friends.
be on TV.
She works with the spy company.
You know.
She wants you to spy on what she's saying.
Don't
Do
spy
your
on me
research.
and cover your computer. Yes, Madam C.J. Walker. I have had so many pictures and I have posters and stamps of her since I was a child, and I always learned that she was I heard she was the first black self-made millionaire and that she invented the straightening comb. And at the end of your movie, it says, contrary to popular belief, she did not invent the straightening
She
comb.
did not. She
Who
did not.
was
It
it?
came from France.
Oh, wow.
The straightening comb was invented in France, and it was for white women to get the curl out to bone straight their hair. And then we had pullers here. We had pullers. It was just kind of like a
The
skinny,
clack, 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 clack.
yeah, like a skinny flat iron, right?
Right.
And then she pulled out that straightening comb and was like, "Let's try it on us," and she made it popular for us.
But she did that a lot. She made things popular. Because
Right.
even what she accomplished, you got a whole faction of people that know history. Talk about Annie Malone. Now, in our story, they talk about Addie Monroe, I think.
Yeah,
Addie
Addie
Monroe.
Monroe in ours, but it was the
It was a
real
composition.
woman.
But
Yeah.
Annie Malone, she hired Madam C.J. Walker. Madam
Yeah.
C.J. Walker, Sarah Breedlove just took it to another level.
Exactly.
She popularized
But
everything.
I heard that their feud wasn't as big as they made it in the movie.
It was
Was
not.
at all.
That's
It
what
was
they
not.
said. They embellished it. It was more like
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
Exactly.
Hollywood make a
Hollywood.
good story. Two
'Cause
black
I was
women
like-
that actually get along and making their
Yeah.
business grow at
I
the
was
same
like-
time in different parts of the country.
That's the only thing that probably made
that's
me
like,
was dang, why she hating? She's still two black women trying to make it.
Yeah,
so.
that was Hollywood.
But I peeped it up. I peeped it. You know what I'm saying? I peeped it.
It did its purpose though.
It
It
did.
made people go, let me see. I
Absolutely.
didn't know this. Let me do
right.
my
Absolutely.
research.
Absolutely.
And then people can find the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what I think good storytelling is when you make a good I feel like when you make a movie based on someone's life and they go, what is that what happened? Let me go see it. And then
Yep.
they find all the facts.
Yeah.
And then you have the knowledge and and you could go, hey, wait, I know this part, I know that part, and it's like, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that about
because
art.
I would have never knew if I hadn't seen that. I would have never knew what I just said. But
Ever.
But what's dope is Tiffany was on that train beforehand because you told me you tried to buy the rights to that book.
I tried to buy the rights to the book like as soon as I got a little bit of money. I was like, okay, we got to get the rights to the Madam C.J. Walker store. And they was like, you can't play Madam C.J. Walker. I'm like, I know I won't be Madam C.J. Walker. I want Octavia Spencer. And then as they're going to dig for it, they're like, Octavia already has it. I was like, great, I'm going to be her daughter. I'm like, you were blowing up the phone like, come on, girl, give me I want to be your daughter. She was like, you too old to be my daughter. I said, people won't know the difference.
You did a good job. Good job.
You know, the first time I saw Tiffany's acting, I had met a gentleman, please forgive me, Dutton is the last name.
Charles S. Dutton.
Charles S. Dutton. I met him in, someone who had come in live, Pamela Yeager. I introduced her to her husband, in fact, who's a doctor. And then they had the wedding in New Orleans, and Steve Harvey was there. And my daughter ran up to his wife and said, can I have your hat? And because Steve was like, oh, yeah, kids like me. And she was ignoring him completely. She wanted somebody else's hat. And then this guy, I started talking to Charles Dutton, whatever, and we were talking about this show. Anyway, I saw you running like, I don't know the name of the show.
It's called Racing for Time. It was my very first movie
You have to see
ever.
it.
Well, not my very first movie ever, but the first one I actually got paid for. And it was a Lifetime movie called Racing for Time, where I played a drug addict. I played a drug addict that ran fast. Most drug addicts do when the laws change. And we were in a correctional facility for teenage girls that have been convicted of crimes. And it's based off of a true story, because in Texas, they had this correctional facility for teenage girls, and they would have them do track meets. They gave them something extracurricular to do and gave them something to be proud of. And so they started competing in track and field events, and they actually have a really good team. I don't know if they're still doing it, but that was almost 20 years. That was a long time ago.
I could tell you a long
15
ago.
or 16.
It was about 15 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But
you was running for real.
Yeah.
Like a Nigerian.
Yeah. I don't know about a Nigerian, but
running.
definitely like an Eritrean.
Okay. I forgot.
Definitely
okay.
like an Eritrean.
I got to get it straight.
And very fast for very long distances.
Come on now.
And
she
I could
was
do
running.
that. I'm working right now to
telling
play
you.
FloJo. That's my next goal, to be FloJo.
Wow, I love FloJo.
So,
well, you got the nails.
that part.
You got
That
the
part.
nails.
Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit longer.
Oh.
And the hair, yeah, you know,
I was in love with her.
I got the wigs. I was in love with her too. I looked up to her. Thank you.
And you know what? Talk about wigs. You got me that wig. You got me hooked up.
I
She
did
hooked
get
me
you a
up.
wig.
She really hooked me up. I told her to put a wig on my head. And Tiffany, you have just really been helpful as a woman, period, with my kids. I remember I had a little argument with my kids. They wanted to go see Girls Trip. And I was like, you're not going to see Girls Trip. And that's the only reason that I didn't see it. I said, because they're not going. Guess what I found out? Tiffany texted back Tova and said, you should not be watching Girls Trip.
Yeah, I said, you are too young. I said, you are too young.
She was in the movie watching it, remember?
Yeah, she's like, I'm about to go see Girls Trip. I'm saying, you are too young. You should not be watching that. I do not want to have to explain to you the things that I was doing in that movie. You wait till you are 18 and then you watch the movie. And it'll be even better because you'll have a better understanding by then.
Well, you see how you
Toph
get
was
caught.
blushing back there.
Look at
I did tell her that.
I was like, I know you did not go watch that movie because I'm going to take you when you're of age. Now, let me just say this. Blair, you have such a wonderful comedic persona that people don't know. I know no one don't believe me. But you would ask his wife. He's
like,
so
what?
funny.
I was like,
No, Blair, you are
He
funny
really
in
is.
conversation,
Tiffany,
but
please.
The world knows him as a powerful, dramatic actor, as the sexy man, as the
all right,
leading man. You know, we're like, ooh, Blair is here. Ooh, he's gonna make me want to cry.
Why you give it to her?
It's true.
She said-
It's true. I remember being 19, I think it was 1998. You was in some movie, and I was like, he's so beautiful. He's going to be my friend one day.
And here it is.
And here it is.
Here it is.
See?
And you see, friends bring it together. Comedy does do real stuff like that. And you have to find, I found like a funny quirk in him, and I was trying to talk to his wife about doing stand-up. She's like, my husband is not doing stand-up. I was like, he's got to do something funny one day. Tiffany, you see the side too?
Yes. It's great in conversation. He has great conversation.
Listen, we need to do a romantic comedy.
yeah, that'd be
I'm
great.
just saying, because
In front of your wife, I'm going to let you know.
That's
I'm
okay.
going to slip him some time. I'm gonna hit him with the. It's gonna be gross. He's gonna call you immediately and be like, Tiffany went.
Okay, quarantine 14 days.
Just let me do the soundtrack. I want to do the soundtrack.
Blair, I got something for you. You got to get your abs together. I got something for you that is going to be shooting, I believe, in November.
Let's go.
Make sure your abs is on point. I'm going to tell you now. Don't get paid. He's going to get paid. He might cry a little bit.
Why would I be crying?
I don't know, because you might feel violated. Because I'm like, bring that ass here, boy.
Grab my ears. Grab my ears. Woo! You ain't never lied.
I'm so glad you came back, guys.
Oh my God.
And you gonna do the music, right?
You gonna do the music?
I'm gonna do music, but
I got the movie.
We got to write in somewhere. She got to be in this somewhere.
Gonna be in.
Oh my God, yeah.
Sunda definitely gonna be in.
You need the whole thing. I need to be there.
It's an action flick too. It's an action flick.
I'm down. Let's go.
And it's a little romantic and it's very funny.
Oh, well, all right. I'm ready.
Well, I better get my face lifted before then.
About November, December. I'm gonna call you about it. All right,
let's do this.
And if you can't get through to him, call me. I get the wife.
That's right. Text me all the time.
I go on my live. Blair ain't trying to answer my call. Like, hold on, wait a minute now.
You look at
the wait a minute, hold
She
on.
will put you on blast. She will put you on blast.
Listen, I want to say Mazel Tov, congratulations. You have been nominated for an Emmy, sitting next to a Grammy and Emmy winner and 3-time Grammy, triple Grammy winner.
Blair, what did you win a Grammy for?
You don't know I sing? I do comedy and I sing.
You can sing too?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
and
where's
write
the
and
Song and
produce.
Soldier story?
Come on, you didn't know?
No.
You don't lie. You don't lie.
Equity.
No, I won the Grammy in 2008 for narrating An Inconvenient Truth.
That's
By
right.
Alvarez Inconvenient. It's a recording artist. So you narrate,
Wow.
with Cynthia Nixon and Bo Bridges. So the three of us won the Grammy for narrating that An Inconvenient Truth.
Tiffany, you should
But you like
narrate
my
some
daughters all the time, like, Dad, you got a Grammy? She goes, that's so random. You won't
Oh my
even
God.
sing.
I got nominated for a Grammy for my audiobook.
That's right.
And I was like, I got nominated for reading? And it's crazy to me because when I was 16, I was learning how to read. And then cut to, I write this book. It's like New York's bestseller. And then I do the audiobook. And I was like being a perfectionist about it. And then when they nominated me, I was like, all these years I could have been reading out loud and got a Grammy? And so now I record myself reading all kind of crazy stuff. And it's dropping. A lot of stuff is going to drop in January and February. And y'all going to be like, why is she reading the telephone book from 1997?
I would do it. I'm trying to keep the studio open.
I would love to hear Tiffany Haddish read the 4 Agreements.
Of course.
That'd be awesome.
It would really be, something, Tiffany, it's just because it feels like home. You know what I mean? When you hear your voice, it's your auntie, it's somebody that feels like home. It sounds like Dre's mom. You got to hear her. Oh,
my cousin,
God.
Yeah, you sound exactly
Which
like
cousin
my
is
best
it?
friend and my cousin. It's like 3 of them.
No, but the cousin all the time. Dang, she sound like Tiffany. Tiffany.
Deanna.
Which one? Yeah,
You sound
Deanna.
like half my family.
And,
Good. That means I'll be working for a long time.
Yes.
well, I was nominated for something. I was nominated for a MAC Award.
Right
You don't
on.
even know about that. It's Manhattan Association of Cabaret and Clubs.
Oh, good, because I thought you was going to say macaroni and
Macaroni.
cheese.
I was like,
You know, my family said, you doing makeup?
And I thought you was making some bomb-ass macaroni and cheese.
Cheese,
And
that's
I
gonna
was
be
like,
like-
why you ain't never gave me no macaroni?
Right. Listen, but
Well, congratulations.
we got kosher soul food here for you. We got some stuff. Tiffany, you know what? We're not even going to the political thing here at all. We just want everybody to be happy. I just wanted to have a light conversation. That's what we said today, right, Dre?
Yeah,
But at the same time, we wanted to hit a little something.
yeah, I mean, we
Yeah,
can't
we-
act like ain't nothing going on in the world.
Right.
And that's what we're here for.
And you know what we have here? We have how are things changing in music, acting, and comedy. See, I'm a talk show host. I can't stand up no more. My feet hurt.
I would say music, I mean, it's changed a lot for us. I mean, people in this industry, like I'm a big advocate for songwriters and just creatives, getting paid what they're supposed to be paid. I think it's a big misconception that people think that when they see you on TV that you're automatically rich, and that's the furthest thing from it. Like, I'm being an advocate to let people know, like, a lot of people are barely making it, or barely getting here, even me at certain times, that they don't realize that this business is like a sea. So it's sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, sometimes you're in between. But what keeps me is, you know, my love for what I do. You know, and now that I've been able to secure myself and be good, then I want to get back to my people, because there was no one there that I could say, hey, what am I supposed to do with my taxes, or how do I do that when I make money? I was just so focused on making it and getting in, just making it. So, yeah.
Do you have somebody now? If not, I'll put my mouth. I'll get in your business. Don't worry. I'll make a phone call. Tell Tiffany. I'll do it.
I always can use some money.
Yes.
We can all use some money. And do you think it's going to change Tiffany for comedy? We got to watch what we say.
You know, I'm a firm believer in, like, you know, say things. How do I say this without being an asshole? I'm a firm believer in, like, speaking from your heart, right? And if you're coming from a good place, it doesn't really matter what you say as long as it's not being malicious or vicious. I personally feel. You know, we're in America and you're supposed to have freedom of speech. So if you say something and it's not coming from a malicious or vicious place, I think you should be able to say how you feel and think about things. Now, if it is coming from, like, some people feel very angry towards other cultures or violent towards people, and I don't think that should be promoted, but they should have a place where they can go to speak their truth. I think everyone should have an opportunity to speak their truth. Do I think that comedy is changing? Yes, I definitely think it's evolving, and you have to be really intelligent in order to deliver your point of view in such a way that is digestible by all kinds, unless you want a very limited audience. I personally want a broad audience. I love when I do my shows, I see every kind of race sitting in the audience. That means that they can relate to me. That means that what I'm saying is relatable, and they enjoy it. Now, I'm not always going to be great. Okay, I ain't perfect. I make mistakes often because I'm a human being. But I speak up for, like, I take responsibility for my actions. I take responsibilities for, you know, things that I might say wrong or may offend someone. Sometimes if I offend someone and I wasn't thinking logically when I did that, I'll apologize. But sometimes I may have offended someone and I might have wanted to. I might have wanted to, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm going to keep it 100. You fuck with me, I fucks with you. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But comedy has changed a lot, especially during this whole COVID thing, because people are now doing it from their homes online. I'm seeing some of my friends, they got these special sites where people can buy tickets, and now more people than ever are watching their comedy. You know, they were going to the comedy club and there's only 200 people there or 300 people there. Now they're online and it's 18,000 people, 30,000 people, and they're making more money at home than they ever made in their whole freaking career. So, and some of them ain't funny. I'm gonna tell you that much. I'm like, what did I spend this $20 on? Like,
she's not wrong.
But people are so thirsty for entertainment, and it's like, okay, how, if I'm gonna do this too, do my comedy from home, how can I be entertaining yet informative? Like, I want, like, when people watch me, I want them to think. I want them to be like, is that true? Let me look that up. Like, that's how I like to do my comedy, because then that makes people remember you, because they're going to be thinking about, like, I need to find out if what she said about baking soda is real. You know.
And it is. And it is.
And it is real. Keeps your pH balance right.
Absolutely.
We're just saying. Well, now how many kids do you have? Let me ask.
We have 3. They're not even kids anymore, though. Our youngest is Blake is 19, Brielle's 21, and Paris is 23.
Well, I didn't know that you. I didn't know my daughter was excited because she thought that your son was coming.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Tova. I ain't saying nothing like that. What you talking about?
She's like, shut up, Mom.
That's right.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, now that moment
I
got
love
to
Tova.
Wait a minute. Now she's gonna call Tiffany later. You see what I'm talking about? What she doing to me?
I'm be like, your mama just love you, girl.
You sometimes.
The whole mask.
I know. I know. I know.
She put the hood up even.
Yeah.
Come on, Mom.
Hunger Games.
Stop it. Get over it. Look, Blair, when are we going to see you in a comedy?
What's it?
In November. We start
yeah,
shooting in
we're
November.
shooting in November,
And
and
what it
it'll
look
probably
like
be
you
out
did.
by the end of 2021.
There it is. There it is. But you know what you're saying before about what she's saying about I think people just need relief right now. It's one of the reasons I want to do comedy. You know, it's funny because somebody watched a couple things came up like recently, some old movies I did, Crush Groove and Set It Off, some other stuff.
Yeah,
you know, my first 10 years of my life, look at you. She ain't right. My first 10 years of my career, 15 years of my career, I played nothing but good guys.
Yep.
And then I think Just Cause came along with, you know, I did that movie, I played a serial killing pedophile, everything since then. Been a lot of bad guys, including Madam C.J. Walker Self-Made. So there's a whole generation that's like, you always play the bad guys. Like, first of all, you don't know the whole body of work, but how would they? So personally, I'm ready to do a comedy. My boys been telling me, my friends all the time, man, you should do a comedy because you crazy.
Yeah, you're hilarious.
And also, I would love to do that, so I'm looking for the right thing. So
I think you should. I think you should go fully in.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
But I think even now, I think the audience, just because what we're coming through, people just want lighthearted stuff. We're hungry, starving for it. So.
And one thing I would say COVID has done that I like, a positive thing that I've gotten, it has made us more open. It has made us more vulnerable. And I feel like I think one of the best things that ever happened is that we had to go back home. And like, you know, everybody was so ready to get, you know, be like, oh, I'm gonna go out. It's like, you don't need to go out though. Like, you need to be at home. I love seeing people that did not. I'm like, yes, you go back. You that's always starting, always talking. Yes, go sit with all that shit that you give us. Go sit with that.
They can't stand it.
They can't stand it. I seen them.
Some of the people I can't stand calling me like, Tiffany, what you doing? I want to hang out with you. I can't stand myself. I can't stand being out. I'm like, I can't stand you either.
You either, yeah.
I'm so glad you discovered what the world is trying to tell you.
Man, I'm like, you
Now you
finally
figure out how to fix that while you in there by yourself. Fix yourself, okay? Because that attitude is irritating.
Stay your ass home.
That's it.
But you know what is really great about this is a lot of people been catching up on old material on like Crush Groove. A lot of people been watching like older things. So like it's so funny because my bunch of my fans are like, you were on That's So Raven? Oh my God, I didn't even know. Like because they're watching old shows. So and the millennials are getting caught up on our history. I feel like on the things that we were in love with. So I think it's kind of great from that aspect. And people are informing themselves about how America was built, what America is based off of, what it's built on. And so people are waking up and having an understanding. Sometimes when, you know, you're in the hustle or bustle of trying to make money, get to work, do all these things, you don't have time to really realize what are you working for? What kind of society are we truly in? And then when you get to sit your ass down and start reading the history of this country and you realize whose backs it was built on, why there's such a systemic, I can't say the word, I hate that word. Systemic racism.
I like
systemic racism. Yeah, I like yours better.
Systemic racism. Systemicness, you know, and like I've been sitting at home coming up with plans on how to make our community stronger, build up a truly strong community. And that's health-wise, financially, mentally, and that's why I'm going to open my grocery store, Diaspora Groceries Co-op, where everyone who is a member is an owner.
Yes.
All right.
And we're using products and vendors, and I would like a majority of those products and vendors to be from Black-owned companies.
Send it.
Talk more about that too.
We will.
Oh, I need to talk about this.
We
I
will.
got something
I'm
to
trying
that.
to secure this building. I'm going to get this building. Once I get this building, it's a wrap.
Let me know, because my dad's a contractor.
Yeah.
Shut up. Okay, that's what I'm talking
My
about.
dad's a contractor.
Okay, well, we're going to put your daddy to work.
Yeah, he's amazing, so.
You know, we have to do these things. And I was thinking of something that they do with Israel as my kids are eligible for birthright. And I'm wondering, how can we do a birthright to Africa?
Wow.
First of all, there's so many countries in Africa, right?
No, of course, I'm just
saying. There's so many different countries. So I think what you do is you get 23andMe involved, and you find out exactly or the ancestry or Black ancestors or something, and figure out exactly what part of Africa you mostly are from, and then
how would we like arrange it though? You know, I mean, I know that part because we have a cousin that set up Planned Parenthood in Kenya. We know where some
they
of
set
my
up
mother's
Planned Parenthood in Karen. They really trying to kill these babies. Huh?
No. They killed the babies. Those women are suffering.
I mean, they're not horrible because, you know, they do have breast exams and stuff like that. Detected a lump in my breast and drained it or whatever. Turns out I was making milk. But she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. I don't think they all bad, but the initial reason why it was created was not good.
Not good. That's what.
Well, that's not where they went though. They were having the abuse issues. That's what they were working on.
Okay. Well, you know what?
I don't know how to
they're
solve
gone.
Planned Parenthood in this country.
And Planned Parenthood in this country, what it was initially based off of. And I can't even throw shade because I was a spokesperson for them because, you know, they had detected some things for me. I felt like they helped me out.
Yeah,
you know, they helped me out. But there's, I don't know. I think we,
Well, there's a narrative that they were started just to kind of control the black population.
I didn't know that part that you were talking about. I was thinking about diseases.
You know, I've been learning my history. It's like, oh, dang, I was a spokesperson for them.
That's the criteria for you to be able to qualify for Planned Parenthood is the father cannot be in the home. So that was the biggest thing. Ask them.
The father can't be in the home.
That's the pushback.
Yeah, well,
it
you know,
encourages broken families.
Dismantle the family, you dismantle the community, you have the power.
We have to stop fracturing these families.
Yeah, when you know, when you take out home economics from school, now you don't know how to feed your kids. Now you don't know how to provide and take care of a family. Now we get to take your kids just like they took your kids in slavery. Now, I might be exaggerating here, but I'm just going from what
might be right.
I'm just going from what I noticed.
But you're right on it, kind of.
Tiffany on it.
And Section 8, you know, Section 8 was originally invented for troops that were coming home from war. And it's more Caucasians on Section 8 than black people. They make it seem like black people, you know, are doing it more so. And, I mean, look, I've been homeless multiple times. It's work. It's everybody ain't cut out to do the work. Everybody want to be famous, but everybody don't want to do the work. Everybody want to be successful, but everybody don't want to put the time in. You have to put the time. You have to inform yourself, educate yourself, be willing to rehearse, practice. 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours is just getting you in there. To maintain that, you need another 10, 20, 30,000 hours of always trying to perfect the thing that it is that you want to do. But I feel like a lot of times people are at a I want to say the word disparity because they don't know what they love. They don't know what it is they're good at. They have no idea because no one has given them an opportunity to discover or figure out. They've taken out wood shop. They've taken out all these auto mechanics. They've taken out all these different things that used to be in school where you could figure out, am I good with my hands? Am I good with my brain? Am I good with this? Am I good with that? And now really school is about just teaching you how to be a really good employee.
Pretty much.
Show up on time, turn in your report. That's what school is trying to teach you to do. Be an employee. It's not teaching you how to be an entrepreneur. It's not teaching you how to be, you know, a owner or a manager or how to run something, you know, and that comes outside of school. That comes with you doing the work and or excelling into schools that do teach that. And they don't have the information or don't know how or don't even take the time to just like Google is so dope. Like no, Google's not sponsoring me or anything, but you can go on Google and put in a question and get the freaking answer. I remember encyclopedias. I remember asking my mama, asking my grandma something, and they'd be like, "Oh, look it up in the encyclopedia." Well, I can't even read. How am I supposed to look it up if I don't even know the first words to look at to know what it means, you know? So I just think kids are so lucky right now. They have such a great advantage. All children don't have it, but I feel like a lot of people have an advantage to inform themselves. When they say they don't know, well, go and look and find out. And then use your discernment because the internet tells a lot of lies. So use your discernment and get multiple sources to get the facts and try to put it together and use your mind. We got a really awesome thing between our ears that is one of the most powerful, magnificent tools God ever gave any creature on this earth. There are no other creatures that can build buildings. There's no other creatures that can create microphones. I don't know any other creatures that can do it except for humans. And we are able to communicate with each other from across the world. I can talk to somebody 8,000 miles away right now and see their face. That's because we have great minds. And if we use them and apply them, you can have and be and do whatever you want. That's supposed to be the beauty of America, right? But also, there are people that want to restrict that so that they can make money off the people that don't have the knowledge. Absolutely. So get hungry for knowledge is what I say. And inform yourself. And it's almost impossible to have the knowledge and not do something.
That's what we got to help the kids, Tiffany. Tiffany, did you hear that did you see on the news? I shouldn't even tell you.
You was on the news? What happened?
I was standing outside and got punched in my head.
By who?
Like a 15-year-old.
When?
A couple weeks ago. I got 2 blood clots in my left ear.
What?
And the cop said to me, you saw 5 teenagers walking up and you didn't run away. I was like, why would I run away? I mean, look, why would you run away? You got kids. I didn't. And she smiled at me as she walked up and she punched me in my ear. So I have to tell you, there's a lot of kids that have nothing to do. And what I wanted to bring us all together for is to let you, because I think you work with Debbie on some level.
Debbie Allen?
Miss Allen, I'm sorry. Debbie, I'm sorry. Debbie. And he's trying to put together something, Tiffany, that's beautiful, called Laptop Mike and a Dream. And I think that here totally kind of puts it together of what we can do with kids to get them going.
I just gave away 200 laptops to foster youth.
Did you?
Yeah. That's what I was on the news for.
Tell
I
her.
would much rather been on the news for whooping somebody ass.
No, but how am I going? Guess what? Tiffany, they dogged me from Patterson.
I would have whooped that bitch's ass.
Wait a minute, they dogged me.
She would have punched me. She would have got
laughed.
She would have got a toothpick.
Listen,
All the
Tiffany,
anger that I've been feeling over the last 15 years.
I wish you was here.
On her ass. Ooh, that little girl would have been like child abuse. I'd have been like, nah, bitch. You opened up this can of whoop ass and here it comes. Oh,
Tiffany, she was big. She was a big one, Tiffany.
I don't give a damn. Do you know how,
Tiffany.
give me the excuse to beat the
You
shit
think
out of
I
you.
need an excuse to hit somebody? You think
You had an excuse.
I
You should have
didn't.
fucked her
She
ass
had
up.
5 of them with her.
I don't give a fuck. Everybody gonna get this
Yeah,
shit.
not
Y'all
me.
gonna
That was
kill
my
me.
bad. Wait a minute.
Do you know how angry I've been over here? I'm trying to express it through comedy, but really I would love to just have a 1-2 fight.
Yeah, just to get it out.
Let it come out in the jokes. Let it
That's
come out in the
yep.
arts.
That's yeah.
Put it in the arts.
That's
Put
the
it
art.
in the arts.
Put it in the art.
But you
Because
know,
what use would I be in prison? No
Yes.
use in prison.
No.
I mean, I would have that prison popping though. Let's be honest. It would be a fun prison.
would be
We would
fun.
be cracking
I would
jokes
go
and all
to
kind of
prison.
stuff.
Fun jail.
But
Yo, that should be one of your movies. Go into prison
right.
with Tiffany Haddish.
well, listen.
How to survive.
Prison is not fun.
Survival 101.
nah, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna tell you, I'll make it work. I'll smuggle in some cigarettes and we'll make it work.
But now, don't you think that if we had the kids doing something else, Tiffany, it wouldn't be all this mess? There was nothing for them to do. They weren't bad. They weren't dressed badly or nothing like that. It's a game called Sucker Punch. It's just some kind of game or something. And I wasn't prepared because I was on the phone running
That
my
game
mouth.
is old too.
Yeah.
So
It's an old ass game.
And you know Patterson came on me, like laughing at me.
Really?
Yeah, I told him, what's wrong with you? Why did you get up there and beat this one, beat that one?
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
should've
'cause I'm old. I'll get broke.
You better grab some.
I would have took
I
my
would've
I
did
would have
it.
threw my old ass
I
body
was
on
so,
that big
Tiffany,
yellow.
I was so shocked. You know what I said? And everybody kept, stop it. You know what he kept doing, calling? He kept saying, oh my God! He kept doing an impression of me. Oh my
That's
God!
what he
I
said.
can't believe this teenage girl punched me.
Oh my God! Why would she do that? I mean,
I was looking at her like, okay, you got to turn on your black switch.
That's right.
Turn it on. Turn it on.
What about the
Turn it
last?
on.
Let's just talk about you real quick. I'm so sorry because I want to bring you and Tiffany together with the music thing. But what's the last thing you dropped with Chris Brown? Sorry, we got a lot of Chris's in comedy.
Chris Brown ain't in comedy.
No,
He is this.
well now he is. We're talking about it.
I did. Well, I started with Chris. I think that's where I got a majority of my writing fame from. But I was writing before Chris. I started with Will Smith. I used to vocal produce Willow Smith and Jada, and then I went from there. And then I got started working with Omarion, and from Omarion to Chris and all that. And so now I'm just writing and helping and being a mentor now. It's like that's what it is now. It's like I try. It's hard to try to be this person you thought you was gonna be. It's like when you start seeing that you're really you're affecting people, and they look up to you. They like, yo, how do I do that? And I'm like, yeah, you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be. It's like it took the pretentiousness out. Like there is no more of that. It's like you got real people that need you. That's how I feel. I feel like people really listen to my songs and they're studying to be great based on what I create. So I have a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like you do and like you do. And so I feel that. And before I used to didn't feel that because I was behind the scenes. So I'd be like, oh, that's not me. That's Ree and Chris. And it's like, no, it's you too. Because you're giving them the script to say. So those is your words. You're connected. And so that's what I really been doing is really like, I'm pretty funny too. She keeps telling me to go, but I'm more funny when people are attacking me. Like, I'm more that.
Oh, he snaps.
Like, yeah, like when people are attacking me, you'll really see how funny I am. Because people don't know, like, with funny people, like, I'm a writer, so I've already assessed everything. So it's like, I'm just waiting too. Like, You pop off, I pop off.
That's how I used to be.
That's how I be. I'm like, oh, I got it. It's in there, baby.
It's coming out. It's
Vicious
coming out.
one's coming up in here, right?
Yeah, it's in there, baby. I'm just chilling. I'm real chill, you know.
There are no coincidences. No. I was having breakfast with Larry King. I know, don't drop names. Bobby De Niro taught me that. Listen, that was a joke. It's a true story, though. I'm leaving Larry, and I run into him, and he was wearing like a coupe, and he looked like my cousin Ruben. Ruben Johnson from East Orange. And I was like, yo, Ruben. Then I said, you look like my cousin. And I said, oh, black people.
And
I know. He looked at me like.
Because we was in Beverly Hills, and I was like, what's wrong with this woman? And then she's like, no, you really love my cousin. And then my boy was like,
I haven't seen my black cousin in
it's so
years.
long. That's how it went. My boy was over. He was like, yo, don't get in her car. Like, she wild, B. Don't get in her car.
When you got in her car?
Yeah.
The first time you met her?
First time I met her.
Uh-oh.
Because we connected, and then we had a meeting with Antoine from Debbie Allen.
It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing, just like that.
Wow.
It was beautiful.
I was eating breakfast at.
I sent you to Nate and Al's. I'm always sending you to Twitter.
That's dangerous, jumping in some stranger's car.
And guess what?
First time you
had to see the brother he was with. You want to talk about abs? Oh, he had abs on his arm. He's a big brother.
To pick up on y'all.
Yeah,
y'all
it was. Oh, now.
Like, okay.
And he didn't get in the car.
He did, but afterwards.
So you got it by yourself.
He took a while, but then
he hesitated really badly.
But then he was talking shit while he was in the car.
Oh, you heard it here.
Yeah, because he was like, she could be taking us somewhere to kill us. And she was looking. And then Sunda kind of got mad because he was saying it. She kind of got quiet. And that's when I was like, nah, she cool. Like that. And then he was like, all right.
Somebody in a Mercedes.
Wait, how old were you when this happened?
Last year.
Like last year.
Oh, wow.
You imagine some
I mean, in my 20s, I did dumb things like that. But, I mean, I guess we all do it anyways, jumping in people's Ubers that we don't know. So, I guess, but somebody is tracking you, at least could track that where you went. But you just jumped.
But she's got a pleasant face, though.
She's
and
wild.
a beautiful spirit.
I look crazy
She had
this
a
day,
pleasant
though.
face. Yeah.
I was not in hair and makeup. And I just said to him, I said, I miss black people. I just hugged them.
Yeah, she said, I miss black
did.
people. She did. I was like, I like this crazy lady. I like her. I don't know why, but I do.
Great.
Yeah.
But that's why I had to bring my kids to Debbie Allen. You know, when people used to say, well, Brett, I said, no, I got to get home. It's home. You know what I'm saying? Debbie Allen does so many wonderful things. And I want to thank you for always supporting her with stuff. Because,
man, she's always
Miss
supported
Allen will tell you what to do. Oh, honey,
Yes,
she's
she
a
will.
bad somebody.
I was talking
Does
to your
she
daughter
still
Tova
do the
about that. I
cane?
got number love for her.
Did she still do the cane like on Fame?
She
5,
did.
6.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Can you imagine some teenagers walking up looking cute and you on the phone, like not expecting it, Tiffany, and on the phone? And I was like,
Oh, you on the phone? Oh, man.
I was on the phone.
Hell no.
And she
Girl,
smiled.
I don't know if my
I-
instinct might take over, though.
Mine
My
did.
instinct
I
would have
would've-
been like,
I
if
would've.
she
If
would've
I
hit
thought
me
about it, I
and
probably
unleashed the dragon. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for one person to slightly bump into me too hard.
Well, where is the
And I'll be
landlord
like,
of this
assault!
building? You are now going to put together.
I saw it. That's how you gotta do it.
Like
You
a
gonna
damn
put a
video
song
game
together.
character. Assault! No, you think? Yeah!
Now, what kind of song are you putting together for the Blair and Tiffany show?
Yeah, what's up?
I don't know. Well, they talking about this love, so I mean, I don't
Funny
want to
love.
be too mushy, but I want to give us some strong love. Some black, strong
love.
Yeah, like some Donnell Jones almost. But if you met Travis Scott one day,
It need to be like this. Let me tell you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let me
Okay,
tell
yeah.
you what
Okay.
it need to be.
Right.
It need to be that love where it's like I don't want to love, but I'm getting drawn into the love.
okay. But like,
Can't
who you
help
hear?
but to love.
Who you hear sing? Like, what type of voice? Like vibes? Like,
My voice.
who else you hear?
Love it.
Do your joke about Queen Latifah.
I can't hear nothing
don't
but
hear
me,
nobody else?
but myself
That's crazy.
on the song. Like,
I hear it.
ooh,
That- yeah.
boy, you so fine to me, but I can't be with you, baby. I
You
like
just
that.
made
I
me
like
hear a whole lot of other people, and none of them were you.
that. Okay.
Who do you hear?
Fuck you.